the pastors should be calling it out, telling everybody, like I always say, if we're in a spiritual battle,
which we are,
shouldn't it be the pastors leading the charge? If it's a spiritual battle we're fighting against good and evil. And even the Christians in those days, they were getting fed to lions and all that. They were getting killed. Even the Apostle Peter and all that, they were all getting killed for fighting against the evils of their day. And yet the church right now, they're all scared. They're scared to speak it. They should be speaking boldly, calling it that's wrong, sin. But they're scared, pastors, to be politically correct. There's only a few they'll call it out. What? Like me. I don't care if I'm on CNN or whatever, because they'll try to choose. What did you say about gay? Like you see, Candace Owens did good. They try to ask her. She did good. Hey, that dude Lemon asked her, is it a sin that you saying I'm sin to be gay? She said, yeah, it's a sin. Yeah. I've even heard pastors like Joel Osteen and that other black with T.D. Jakes, they won't even answer the question. They're like, oh, duh. Instead of saying,
because
it's wrong, it's a sin. Hey, I'm not saying you can't do it. Everybody has free will. If you're gonna, that everybody to each his own. If you're gonna be gay, whatever. But yeah, it's a sin. According to God, according to the Bible, it's wrong. It's a sin. You know what I mean? Like, why can't you say it out? Like a lot of these pastors are. That's what's going on. That's the reason why.
I believe they just read Matthew 24, and they're just afraid they're gonna persecute it and prosecute it.
Or they're afraid to lose their people or their church. They're afraid that they're going to lose people.
But bro, they've got the Pope.
Oh, yeah.
He controls
the
100. They control. He controls over 1 billion of Christians.
Oh, yeah. But even he's foul. He was even saying about homosexuality is good or something like.
Yeah, but he said a few weeks ago that all countries should open their borders and invite the immigrants.
Wow, see, he
said that.
Antichrist agenda using him, bro. That's
satanic.
That's evil.
Devil respects the borders, the boundaries.
He want open borders. That's what the New World Order agenda, that's what they want. They want open borders.
And I believe he said nothing about the Olympics.
He's foul, bro.
The religious leader of Iran spoke up. He said that was demonic. Of Iran!
And he's a Muslim.
Yes. And the Pope kept silent. And what happened this night at the Olympics, we were just talking about. The guy that pretends to be a woman beats the shit out of another true woman. Where are all the feminists now?
That's what I'm saying. Even like, how are women? But even like these beauty pageants, they're even having men. That's why I told women, how could you women be allowing that to happen? So now they're even saying men are even better at being beautiful than a woman.
They win.
That, like, how could women be putting up with that? That's what I'm saying. All these feminists, that's why anybody, if you have family members or anybody you know these feminists, it's a total joke. They're a total joke. They're good for nothing. There's another case, perfect example, that they're just using these women to murder your baby. See? And see how the devil is? He's, oh no, it's a choice. See? They're coming against women's rights.
It's your body.
He's telling you, he's manipulating you to murder your own baby, your own child, by telling you that nonsense. See, that's all they really care about. Those feminists, they don't care about nothing. All they care about is murdering babies. Because if they cared about women and all that, why aren't they speaking up? Even that, like a woman just got beat up in the Olympics. Poor women, imagine these young girls are losing scholarships, all that. They're terrorizing women's sports, and yet not one of you feminists are saying a word about it. That's why they have no credibility. They're all fake, hypocrites. They're a joke. Any feminist, they're a joke.
You know what they should do? So this guy that pretends to be a woman, no coach should coach him.
None.
They should abandon this pervert.
They should. No one should participate.
No one should spar even with him. You want to participate? You want to box with women? I'm not gonna spar with you. I'm not gonna train with you. I'm not gonna even train you. Get lost.
He's a coward.
You got mental illness, bro. You feel like a woman, but you want to go to the Olympics and punch another woman? That's mental illness, bro.
How does society has always been man, how does it look if a man beats up a woman, eh? You should never.
That's
it's
felony.
Always
Yes.
It's always frowned upon. That's totally disgusting
Unacceptable.
for a man. But if he says he's a woman, then he's allowed to beat up a woman. Like we've even had it at school. We've posted it where there's even tranny little kids at school, boys beating up girls at schools and all type of things like that. Like they're actually thinking it's okay. That's what I'm saying. And it's such a joke. See how they manipulated the women like that about, oh, it's a choice and women's rights. The same way they're trying to manipulate with this trans. They're trying to act like they're the victims. They're victims and all hate and that against when the last 6 or something of the shooters, mass shooters, have been trannies, eh?
Ooh.
So we're scared of them.
Transphobe.
Yeah, you're trying to say from. They're the ones, yeah, we should be scared of them because they're the ones, look at all these shootings and all this crap that they're doing. But I'll never call a man a woman or a woman a man. I won't play along in their fantasy. I'm a Christian. I'm not gonna lie and go along. But that's like if a person's anorexic, right? They're anorexic also, you know. So you're gonna go along with it. Yeah, you're skinny and that. Don't eat. Be destroying yourself. No, if you get them help, eh?
Yes.
Get them help
By telling the truth.
Yeah, by telling the truth. You don't go along with helping them destroy themselves and little kids, giving them hormones and chopping off their body parts, stuff that's going to destroy their lives. Plus, they don't even know how those things are going to affect them later, their bodies. They're going to probably not live as long and all that. There's going to be later things coming out, side effects, and because that ain't normal to do that to yourself.
And they're saying they're changing the genders because if they don't, they're gonna get suicidal.
Yeah.
That's the exact opposite of what I believe is going to happen. They change their gender after 10 to 20 years. They're about to go suicidal because they can procreate, they can do shit. No one cares about them. Democratic Party don't care about them. They don't give a damn.
That's a fact that mostly all those suicides happen after they change, after they are ready or whatever. So that kills their argument when they're like, oh, you don't let them, then they're going to commit suicide. Nah, most of it is they do that after they transition. They can kill themselves.
You remember, God bless you. You remember in the 1960s there was this thing, lobotomy, how they treated schizophrenia? Now it seems wild, like wild. Those scientists, right? They did this horrible stuff. Lobotomy, they're sticking this metal stuff into your arm and just smacking. I believe in 20 years we're going to look at this transgender stuff and we're like, what did we do? We mutilated kids like that, puberty blockers, chopping off their dicks, breasts, and etc. That's what those people were wild. No, those wild people are us, the society that accept this.
Well, I think it's just gonna get worse and worse, brother. I think it's like you said, they're not gonna stop, bro. The left's not gonna stop until America becomes Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. It's gonna keep. Now I don't think it's gonna stop. It's gonna keep getting more and more and more. It's gonna get where. It's already probably. I wonder what the percentages of the little young girls and that. Well, they're all most likely bisexual now, and it's bad, bro.
Can you only imagine you being, for instance, 7-year-old? You go to school, and there's this drag queen story hour, and a pervert, a creep, dresses like a woman, shakes his balls up in front of your eyes, and you're just a 7-year-old. It changes you. It changes you. You have no idea what the world is like. The world is like that? What is this creature? Why? That's a man, a woman. Who is that?
Imagine. It's like, so I wouldn't want anybody stripping and dressing like that in front of my child. I wouldn't even want a woman. I wouldn't even want no woman to be stripping and dancing or whatever like that in front of children, let alone some man, right? But then you got to ask yourself, what kind of a man wants to be dancing butt naked or all like that, half naked, in front of little children?
Starts with the P.
What kind of a man would want to do that?
Definitely mentally ill pedophile.
He's a righteous old pedophile.
And from time to time, surprise, surprise, they get these people from the far left, and they get their laptops, and there is a child porn on their laptops.
How many of them are busted? Yeah, and then they're surprised. But then the media won't even talk about it. You notice that? How
forget about it.
It should be like wall-to-wall coverage. Anytime there's a busted, a trans, or whatever, being pedophile like that, and the media won't even cover it or nothing, bro.
I hear those stories like, yeah, but the guy was watching the child porn. He wasn't a pedophile. But do you understand what a child pornography is? So someone was filming when the children were raped. Children were raped. That's 50 years in prison, minimum. Maybe even a bullet to the head. That's it.
Yeah.
They're sexual workers. They can't work as sexual workers.
They were trying to pass a law. They were trying to think that they were giving immediate life sentence. Remember something to the pedophiles if they are. There was just a law that they were trying to fight it. That they were trying to say that if they do rape a child, that they get a mandatory life or something like that. And the Democrats were against it and all that. Like, why are you, even that too? How are you voting Democrat? Every single time they're protecting pedophiles over children and all that, but yet you're voting Democrat because they manipulating you, telling you race. But so you. Because of race or because of the past, you're letting them manipulate you to vote for a party that's over there defending pedophiles, bro?
I believe the question was, is pedophile a felony? Something like that.
Why could they vote? Even too, they even just voted. It was like 98% of them voted to let illegals vote. And this last one, it was only like 2-3 weeks ago. 98 Democrats voted to let illegals vote. The only reason is because they don't have the House. But that shows you, if they would have had the House,
that's it.
Illegals would be voted and America would be done. So you see what's happening? You see what is going on now? You need to stop this now. Stop voting on race, and you need to wake up and vote on the real issues. Like, that should tell you everything, that they want illegals to vote now.